All right, guys. So if you've already had a chance to look at Google Classroom, you would have noticed that I've already assigned the work for the week. We're going to be covering the text "Flowers for Algernon." I already posted an electronic version of the text through Pearson. Okay, there's also an audio that goes along with the text that I highly recommend that you listen to and follow along. It's kind of just helps the flow of the reading. All of the assignments, and there's 5 of them, there's 1 reading and 4 written assignments, are all due by midnight on Friday, April 3rd. So the first thing you need to be doing is you need to read Flowers for Algernon from pages 351 to 378 in the text. While you are reading, you should be doing 2 things. You should be creating a character list with descriptions of each character. Along in that character list, you need to put a quote that reflects their personality. So in some way, if the person is nice, then you need to, or generous, then you need to find a quote where they're doing something that shows their generosity. Okay. You also need to be annotating for examples and references to intelligence. Okay, because that is what the Unit 4 essential question is essentially covering, is this concept of what does it mean to be intelligent. Understand, and you should have already done it last week when we did the warm-up, but that intelligence goes way more than just like being smart or being able to, add or anything like that. That there's knowledge and wisdom that expand beyond that, and it's important for you to be able to understand it and recognize it in literature, and that's exactly what you should be doing as you read through this and you're actively annotating. Once you're done reading, annotating, and doing your characterization list, okay, you're going to complete the comprehension questions on page 379, questions 1 through 6. Okay, I just want to be very clear because I had a whole bunch of questions last week about things like, do we really have to answer this? Listen, whatever is assigned, guys, that's what's due. Okay, so when I say comprehension questions 1 through 6, I mean 1 through 6. Question 6 says, write a summary for Flowers at Algernon. That means who, what, when, where, why, how, with multiple references to multiple quotes to prove whatever the theme is that you come up for the text. Some of you guys had issues last week with finding theme. Because we're not active and in class together, I can be a little more lax on you guys finding central theme. I would be accepting of any theme. Any theme that you can find that you can essentially prove with textual evidence is fine with me in this situation. Even if it's not necessarily the main idea of the story, I can cut you a lot of leeway on that. Okay, so questions 1 through 6, including a summary paragraph. Okay, so in order to do a summary paragraph, I'll remind you as well that you have to do a summary outline, which answers all those other questions, and that way you have everything you need in order to write it in a paragraph format. I advise you going back into your notebooks and making sure that you write in appropriate paragraph summary formatting in order to get a full grade. Once you've completed that, complete the analyze the text questions on page 380. Okay, and those questions are 1 through 5. Okay, the 5th one is the essential question: in what different ways can people be intelligent? So if you were actively annotating throughout the text, that should be an easy question from you because, again, you're going to have multiple examples from this text to show how intelligence is portrayed. Now, as a useful tool, if you are having trouble understanding the text, go to sparknotes.com, okay? I provided a link in the directions here. SparkNotes provides summaries, character analysis, things like that, and they're going to help you understand the text a little bit deeper. Please don't try to use it as a substitute for reading the actual text. It just doesn't work that way. You guys, at the end of the day, you still won't understand exactly what's going on, and it's going to be really obvious when I tell you to write an essay about it, and you can't tell me anything. All the quotes that you cite in order to prove theme or any type of evidence, okay, they all have to be from the original text and use the citations from the page number from the book, okay? Please don't quote something from SparkNotes and list it as SparkNotes, okay? You need to know where it is in the actual book, otherwise it's useless. Okay, let's get to some things that, again, were asked a lot last week, okay? Google Doc. All assignments must be done in Google Doc, okay? You cannot take a picture. I can't provide feedback on pictures, okay? I need things to actually be in a format where I can put what's working and what's not working and be able to give you guys the proper feedback on the assignments, okay? For anybody who does not have a computer, your homeroom teacher should have already polled you on this, but Chromebooks are available at the school for those of you guys who do not have computer access at home. I would advise you guys to stop by the school and pick up a Chromebook if that's the case. Also understand that if for some reason you don't have your textbook with you, okay, there are a limited number of texts at the school for 8th graders, okay? I think there was 10 that I put in the inside the in the cart, but I believe 2 of them belong to students that they just kind of hit up there on the racks, okay? And we won't call you out here publicly on this video, but I know who you guys are, just letting you know, okay? Please read the directions carefully, okay? Again, we have to be very literal during these times so that I don't get bombarded with 100 questions that say, Mr. Michelle, do you want us to do question 6 when I wrote complete comprehension questions 1 through 6, okay? I just trust that I haven't made a mistake on these things. I put exactly what it is that I want to have done, and that's what I need you guys to do, okay? Read the assignments carefully. Do all of the assignments that are listed, every single one of them, okay? If you have questions, post them on the public board in Google Classroom. Don't send me private messages. One, I have trouble responding to direct ones. For whatever reason, my Google Access is not cooperating, so I can't reply directly. I have to go look you up individually. Okay, not only that, the question that you guys are asking, somebody else probably has that exact same question, and it would just be helpful to all of us if we could just answer it once and everybody could get that response from the Google Classroom board, okay? So again, all the assignments are listed there on Google Classroom. There's a copy of the electronic version of the text. There's links to SparkNotes for people that are having trouble with the understanding. And, you know, at the end of the day, this is about all the resources that we can provide you guys, at least at the time, for you to be able to be successful with this thing. So hopefully it helps out a lot. I'm going to be assigning new work each Monday, so be on the lookout for that, okay? I will be posting new YouTube videos every Tuesday for you guys to hear these instructions verbally. And then I'll be setting up a time for a Zoom conference call each Wednesday for us to kind of get together in a kind of video format. And you guys can ask me any questions that you might have about the work for that week. Hopefully you guys get a chance to look this thing over ahead of time. I'd advise you guys to write those questions down so that you know what it is that you want to ask beforehand and you're ready to go when the conference call comes. All assignments are due by midnight on Friday. I hope you guys are staying safe and take care.